And He-Ten lost all of his progress. Sucks. So it was precisely that. It was the crash again. I'm trying to think, like, would it be like the power supply? Could that be it? That it's just a random low? Because it's 100% not temperature related. Can I hit this instead? Any of these? And this is even with the old like I rewound. I had mentioned to 6-month-old drivers, thinking, oh, maybe they'll be more stable or something. Hopefully, I don't think it'll take too long. We only did like 2 or 3 puzzles. Zipping through. I'll even cut this part out of the YouTube. That was the fortunate thing, at least with when I was playing Nier, is that both times that it crashed, it was not too long at all after a save, because that would have been awful if I did like both of all of the aside from the intro, I have not died on a boss yet. Every time I've gotten to a boss, I've beaten it on the first try. In fact, the only time that I've died was when during the intro, and then also when I like accidentally jumped down into a place that was like 15 levels over where I was supposed to be. And even then I did great. I held my own. Alright, so we'll do the hidden puzzle.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna beat the speedrun record. Speedrunning would be awful. I'm glad I don't do it. I'm happy for people who do. So let's not get this wrong. It was like this and like... Same jokes? I don't know. I'm just... No, in fact, no saying anything funny at all, because I'm going to cut it out of the YouTube.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Not that I don't... There are a few games on my channel that, you know, where all of the videos have some views, but there's a bunch that have none whatsoever. They're just there. I think probably a large part of it has to do with whether the game is brand new or not. Like Danganronpa, or Danganronpa 3, that one has a bunch of views because I uploaded it within like a week after the game came out. Not a week, that's a lie. He didn't have a puzzle, did he? No. What did I do to trigger the guy standing? Do I need to talk to these guys or to the red guy and the blue guy? Okay, it was the red guy and the blue guy. Okay, with that we are back to where we started. Or back to where we ended. The game crashed, and I had to go through all of that stuff again. Alright, create the secret potion. We're going to have to overspill some of this. We want to be left with 4 and 4. The way to do this puzzle is to go 5 into the 3. Well, I'll show you. Oh, how are we going to do it with because you're supposed to go like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do the blue first. Is that the... The way to do this with the 3 and the 5, you're supposed to have unlimited liquid. Usually, that's not part of the puzzle. You go fill the 5, dump it into the 3. You have 2 left over. That goes in, and then again fill the 5. But they gave me. Oh yeah, the ratio I need is 4 and 4 into the 8. I put the 3 in there. Go like that and get 2. Okay, this. I guess this works. No, it doesn't. I can get 1 now by going 3 into there and getting the 1. I get 7 and then pour off. I get 7. Can I? Okay, no, it won't let me. It won't let me, like, just dump it out. Like, if I just want to overflow this completely. It doesn't work. Can I, if these combine, is it immediately? Okay, it immediately, okay, so that means that I'm going to hit, like, it blows up, so you actually have to go 2 and 2. We have to go 2 and 2, and then again 2 and 2. So maybe I should make the blue first. This is going to be really hard if I can't refill these at all. Even... There's the 2. Even though it won't let me empty this glass out. Yeah, okay. Let me think about it that way, then. If you can never empty any of the glasses out... Was that in the rules? You might need it for later. But I only have 87 of those. I don't know, how does it go? Then use an ether, but you can't buy ethers. So I can go 7. And then I can pour off either 4 or 2, neither of which is that helpful. There we get our 2. Maybe I have to do 3 and 3 and then 1 and 1. Instead of doing 2 and 2. Yeah, maybe we're actually gonna go... That seems much more, maybe much more reasonable. Now, do I have to go 1 and 1 without pouring them? Because I can't pour, like, 1 into here, otherwise... Oh, no, wait. See, now I can get the 2 and 2 easily. Oh. Maybe now I need 2 of this? By going... like... Oh. Oh, but that didn't ruin it though. Wow, how weird. You actually are supposed to make a black potion. Or at least for one of the solutions. Success, but just what is this used for anyway? And why not give your people... If you did this for a living, and if it was really important that they succeed, why not give them a 4 and a 4? Seems easy. Alright, you did it. You actually did it. I knew you could do it, Professor. Our shade friend here looks pretty pleased. This liquid, it has a most mysterious glow. I wonder what kind of dye they used. And yet this scent, it smells oddly familiar. Perhaps I smelled it when arriving in this town. No, I believe I smelled this scent even before that. Before that, even. What the? What's wrong? There's quite a bit of commotion coming from the entrance to that room. I believe something may have happened. Quickly, Miss Fay. Right. Quickly, to the save mobile. Oops. Ba-ba-ba-da-bum. Make way, make way. Excuse me. Wah! Ah! What gives? Could you please not scare me like that? Our apologies. There seems to be a great many of you gathered here. Has something happened inside? Something did happen. Oh, I can't even think about it. It's just so horrible. So what is this horrible thing that happened? I think you could have just poured the 4 green into the 6 green. Oh, that also would have worked. It would have worked fantastically. The mistress, the great witch, she's gone. What? Gone. Because that's a solution that wouldn't be in the original, right? In the original, they don't go like, here, just fill up this container. It's no, you need this exact amount. If you put in too much, if you go over, then obviously it's ruined. So yeah, I had not abandoned the original puzzle sufficiently. Rip. Oh, mistress, I knew something was destined to happen. I felt a premonition most disturbing. How? How did this happen? I saw no one enter or leave this room. The entrance to the room was sealed shut. Where could she have gone? A locked room mystery. This place definitely screams something serious just went down, doesn't it? Maybe if the blood was pink. That's... Whoa, no kidding, Professor. It would seem the Shades made quite the mess searching for the Great Witch. Let us inquire with everyone in the room to get a better understanding of the situation at hand. Let us doatch at the Shades. Right, how about we start with that shade over there? A good suggestion, Miss Fay. A deadly premonition? Also had a 4 in the big jug that could have just poured 5. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sure there was a more straightforward way of doing it. Sure. Sure. I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it in the blue. Excuse me, do you think we could ask you a couple of questions? Sure. What is it? It's not like I'm busy or... Oh, it's not like I'm busy or anything. Bitsuni. Could you perhaps describe to us what you saw when you entered the room? Yes. We all heard what sounded like a fight happening on the other side of the door. No matter how many times we called out to the mistress, there was no reply. We thought something might have happened to the mistress, so we forced the door open. But when we got inside, she was nowhere to be found. You say she was nowhere to be found? And was the door closed the whole time? Yes, it was most certainly closed, but somehow the mistress managed to disappear. So let me get this straight. She disappeared from a sealed room, and then the room was found in a big mess. Professor, you know what this means? This means magic must be behind it. This is quite the peculiar situation. The Great Witch mentioned having to meet with a visitor. Do you happen to know if that person was in this room? A visitor? I faintly remember a visitor. I do remember hearing another voice. To be honest, I didn't actually see them. There are no other exits present in this room, is that correct? Repeat it in red. Correct, this main door is the only one. Okay, so the witch and her visitor both disappeared from the room, and even with all these shades around, no one saw a single person enter or leave the room. Or perhaps, Miss Fay, this visitor simply managed to stay incognito during the ensuing commotion. That is one possibility. Huh? What do you mean, Professor? No one had seen the visitor prior to the incident, so even if that person was seen in this room, clearly, no one would have realized it was them. But wouldn't an outsider stick out like a sore thumb here? All of the shades are dressed the same. Indeed, any outsider would certainly stand out. I imagine the shades would be quick to apprehend them. However, what if this person were to disguise themselves as a shade? Oh, you could be right. Maybe they disguised themselves as a shade right before the others came into the room. Precisely. The rather disheveled appearance of this room would immediately draw one's attention, thus providing the perfect distraction for the culprit to hide. Okay, so where's this visitor now? No one has left this room since we entered. Therefore, he or she must still be in this very room. Alright then. Let's hurry up and catch him. In order to do that, we must question everyone currently present in the room and gather some information. What do you mean? My apologies for troubling you once again. Could you please gather together everyone who entered the room? Yes, right away. Ba-da-dum-bum. Who done it? After we solve this puzzle, we have to solve the how done it and the why done it. 5 shades entered the room. It is unknown who entered first. Touch the letters A through E on the touch screen to see each of the shades' comments. Listen carefully and work out the order they all entered the room. The first shade that entered the room is the culprit. One of them has blue all over them, and one of them has red all over them. Those whose robes were stained with colored liquid were somewhere in front and behind me. Okay. He who stood ahead of me did not resemble me in size nor stature. Size or stature? Okay. I guess that's... Like, does that count both of them because they have their arms up? There was already someone in front of me when I arrived. A little one trailed behind me. My robes were stained with this red liquid as I was carrying out my given task. It is unrelated. I was last to arrive. One of the small ones came third. Okay. Okay. So if C was last and B was middle... Oh, it's got to be A then. Because if C was last, B, I forget why I already said I was in the middle. One of the small ones came third. Alright. This guy was in the middle. Could either of these two have been in the front? No, there was already someone in front of me. And he says, someone in front of me? Okay, so it's A.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
No.
Genius puzzle, but a tricky one.
Oh wait, was someone lying? It isn't necessarily about finding out who was lying. Go back and listen carefully to each comment in your shirt. Okay, so he's saying EC front, back. He stood ahead of me. Front. E or D, I guess. So what did I suppose was going on here? I said C was the very last. A small one was third, so that means B is third. Either E or D was in front of him. It seems like it had to be A, E, B, C, D. And if it was... that is true. If D is fourth, C is behind him, and C is behind him, E is in second ahead of him. B, you stood ahead of me, which was E, did not resemble me in size nor stature. Correct. E, there was already someone in front of me when I arrived. So he's in second place. And then there was a little one behind me. That was B. C says, my robes were stained with the... Okay, C is last. A says, one of the small ones came third, which is correct. Why isn't it A? Why isn't A the answer? This is so weird. All of these four people all explicitly say that there was someone in front of them. I'm going to use a hint coin. The first one is going to be something dumb. Remember, this is not about who is lying. It said it again. C's position obviously is last. Alright, what's the other hint? A may have given away Shade B's position. B is third. Obviously. These aren't hints. They're just telling me what these guys are already saying. The super hint. Oh my god. I didn't know. Consider the interface? Uh-oh. I did select A, right? Oh. Oh! That's what I didn't realize. Wow. Okay. One of the small ones came third. Check. There was already someone in front, and a little one was behind me. Check. Do not remember the size of the statue. Check. Yes.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
I thought they were just asking me to pick the guy. Great, solid detective work. Thank you for letting me know. To know that I had the puzzle figured out, but was not entering it. Turns out the larger shade was the culprit all along.
It would appear you are not quite the same as the other shades present in this room. The one who was in this room with the Great Witch was you, was it not?
Impressive work, Sir Top Hat.
What?
Dabbing incognito.
What are you doing here?
The Great Witch's visitor was in fact you, Inquisitor Barnum.
I have to say, that logic of yours is still as keen as ever, Sir Top Hat.
Logic, coupled with careful, precise thinking, can topple any mystery. So tell us, what exactly are you doing here in
Dabbing
this place?
twist.
I might ask the same of the two of you. How can it be that both of you are still alive? You were turned into a gold statue, and was she not sent to the flames as a witch?
Hey, I am not a witch.
This must be the Great Witch's handiwork as well.
What? No way. Inquisitor Barnum? Did you kill the Great Witch?
What on earth are you talking about? I remember doing no such thing.
You wretched liar. What have you done with the mistress?
Spare me. The condition of this unkempt room is but the result of its equally unkempt master.
It was like this when I found it.
Insolence! None shall speak ill of the mistress!
Please stay calm. Inquisitor Barnum, please tell us the state in which you found this room. Tell us what happened here.
It would seem the presence of an Inquisitor has fouled the atmosphere with the stench of distrust. Very well. I will tell you what I know.
I did not think the situation would devolve to such a state. I only came seeking the one that could cast some light on the doubts that plague my mind. And just who is this mysterious one? You cannot say. Very well. Please continue, Inquisitor. I followed them and was led here to this strange forest. That is why I was here. I was aiming to put a stop to whatever plan the Great Witch was attempting to concoct. So you disguised yourself in their robes and made your way here to this room in hopes of foiling her plans. All those who doubt the storyteller and speak ill of his word are a threat to all of Labyrinthia and its citizens. Of course, the witch refused to speak with me, and as I reached for my sword, I lost consciousness. Perhaps it was one of her detestable magic spells. So, continue. After you lost consciousness, what happened, and did you take any pictures? Magic. Lies! Your words are nothing but lies. I am true to my word. That is what happened before you forced open the door. That is why I lost sight of the Great Witch and was left stranded in this room. I attempted to make my escape a quick one, in order to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. If you lost consciousness, then you must have seen the Great Witch disappear afterward. Is that correct? Liar, you did it. Because of you, the Great Witch is How many times must you accuse me? A court knight is always true to his word. Wait. Then how do you explain all this blood everywhere? Actually, I do not believe this is blood. What? I did not draw my sword. No blood should have been spilt. I looked away for a second. When did we get to Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, everybody is wearing... I haven't played Kingdom Hearts. I did watch the Donkey video on it. It was fantastic. Well, then what is it? It could be that strange liquid we saw the shades brewing earlier. Oh, I think you're right. It sure smells like it. Perhaps one of these jars containing the liquid was knocked over during the struggle. The liquid must have splattered into the room, thus creating the scene we now see before us. I see. Now that you mention it, it does look like there's a broken jar on the floor over there. But can there really have been no other way for the Great Witch to have escaped? According to the shades, there is not. Then is the answer not clear? She must have used magic to disappear. Not quite. Magic is not the only method through which one can exit a locked room. Hey, are you saying this whole thing is like one giant puzzle, Professor? Have we been puzzled all along? She managed to escape out of a locked room with no other apparent exits. What other method could there be? He's not denying the witch. Regardless, we must search the room thoroughly for any clues. You got it, Professor. I'm positive there's a clue or two lying around here somewhere. Indeed, Miss Fay. Shall we begin? Right there. Single tear down the middle. That's not a hint? Alright, sure. Oh, what could this be? Did you find something, Professor? Ms. Fay, please come and take a look at this. It's a throne. This throne does not appear to have any of the red liquid on it. Sure looks that way. However, if we just move this to the side. It must have gotten shoved here during Inquisitor Barnum's mad struggle. But what does this mean? This throne does not have a single drop of the red liquid on it, yet the wall behind it does. Why do you think that is? Well, because the throne was in a different spot when Inquisitor Barnum was having the fight of his life. Very sound reasoning, Ms. Fay. And who do you think could have moved it? Well, it must have been Inquisitor Barnum when he was battling it out tooth and nail. The order of events is he fell unconscious, and then he fought the witch, and then he moved the chair. It was not a battle fought with either teeth nor nails, and I have no recollection of moving this throne at any stage. In other words, the only one who could have moved this throne was the Great Witch herself, and I believe moving this throne is in some way connected to what she did next. What she did next? Oh, you mean her little disappearing act. Wielding that logic you love so much. But remember, this is the Great Witch we are discussing. She could have easily used a magic spell to disappear. Lies. The mistress's disappearance is your doing. You will return her at once. Please, bring her back to us. You detestable knight, we won't forget this. Hold on a second. Whoa, where did you guys get those weapons? What weapons? Tell us what really happened here. Tell us! There is nowhere for you to run. Uh-oh. This is not good. Inquisitor Barnum looks ready to rip them to shreds. Ha! Skate! Ha! Oh! Oh my god, he's really doing it. Did he cut all of their clothes off, but they're gonna fall to the ground in 10 seconds, anime style? Listen well, servants of the Great Witch. If you seek the truth, you must find it yourselves. Gah. Erg. Whoa, no wonder Inquisitor Barnum is so famous around town. He truly is an incredible knight. Still confused. What happened? I cannot waste any more time here. Wait, what? No, 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 no. Back up. Are you a murderer? Did you just kill them? All they said was erg. He like with a sword. Also, how did he reach the chandelier is also a good question, but it is second. It is second to what is the fate of the people that he just slashed with a sword? To death? To the pain? To the naked? Did he slice their clothes off? I must make haste and return to protect the storyteller. Sir Top Hat, 'twas a pleasure crossing swords with you once again. Did we do that too while I wasn't paying attention? An honor, Inquisitor Barnum. Ms. Fay. Yeah? Your courageous acts of bravery are worthy of my respect and admiration. Courageous acts of bravery? That is all for now. Until next time. Farewell! He disappeared. Perhaps the good Inquisitor has anticipated the Great Witch making another appearance. He must have thought it's more important to work out her next move, rather than dwell on how she disappeared. Inquisitor Barnum is set on ensuring the storyteller's safety and continuing the fight against the witches. He is quite determined to stay true to his responsibility as an Inquisitor. Ms. Fay, let us step over these corpses of the people that he just cut down in the prime of their life with his sword, and have one more good look around the room. Right, let's find us some clues. We are certain to find something that can solve the mystery of how the Great Witch managed to seemingly disappear. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die of sleeping. I'm gonna fall unconscious and then have to do the rest of the stream unconscious. Let's continue our investigation. I could have sworn that there were dead people here just now. Hey, Professor, take a look at the wall where the chair was. Oh, I thought I clicked on the chandelier. Doesn't it look like that wall could be a door leading to a secret passage? Nox Decalogue. Come on, guys. What kind of locked room mystery is this? This is the third-rate detective story. As I suspected, it would seem the Great Witch did not really disappear into thin air. Although it is still unknown by what method she was able to make Inquisitor Barnum lose consciousness, we can assume she took advantage of the situation and escaped through this secret passage. Seriously, secret door is ridiculous. But Professor, even if we go after her now, do you think we'd catch her? What should we do? I believe she intended for us to discover this secret passage. It would seem she has us right in the palm of her hand. However, if we are to discover the truth, we must continue to move forward. You said it. Alright, let's get going, Professor. To be continued. Is that the end of the Layton section already? Are we already continuing on to, court? End of the game. Credits roll. Purchase the DLC if you want to see the rest of the game. Chapter 6. Okay, there was no court. Or do they give... I don't remember now. Do they give separate... Now we're on a boat? What happened to the bodies? I can't remember now whether... Does a chapter have two, like, puzzle section and then court section? Or are they two different chapters? Maybe we actually do still have a lot of game to go, still.
kinda looks like something straight out of a history book.
A long-forgotten remnant of the past. It does stir up a desire to explore.
Come on, Professor. Let's go explore this place.
I'm afraid that finding the Great Witch is our utmost priority, Miss Fay.
Okay, in that case, let's hurry up and catch her so we can do some serious exploration of these ruins.
Knox, knocks. Who's there? Great Equalizer. Great Equalizer what? Great Equalizer is the death!
Indeed. Archaic ruins are my speciality, after all.
It was fun. After she said that line the first time, I did not expect that it was going to be like her catchphrase and that it would be in the game multiple more times. The whole dies a death, sentenced to death.
Now then,
Great
shall we begin our
Equalizer
search?
is the death. From Umineko. For anybody who has no idea what Serp and me are talking in our crazy Gostak language. Ruins in the forest. Lying at the end of the secret passage leading from the mansion were some underground ruins lit by pools of water. What is the purpose of these ruins deep within the forest? As an archaeologist, I have to wonder why a huge underground space such as this was constructed. As it seems like a huge waste of effort if nobody comes down here. Where am I right now in Umineko? I'm at the part where they're putting on the play. So they're finally doing like a big information dump, kind of. Where they're like, okay, we're actually going to give you some information finally. I'm up to the part where in chapter 7. Up to the part where they Yasu just became... Is that what happened? Yasu just became Beatrice and then met with Shannon after that and is like, oh yeah, you don't remember me, but we used to be roommates. Everything is still a mystery, though. This door won't budge. It looks like it needs a key to open. I bet you the Great Witch is on the other side of this door. Yes, that is a possibility. However, there is still another room nearby that we have yet to explore. Okay, Professor, we should go check out that other room first. Okay. Okay. Oh, I needed to look at this door in order to reveal the existence of a completely different door. Fair. I wonder what this room is. There are stone statues everywhere. Say, Professor, is it me, or do these statues all look really sad? I agree. There is a certain air of sadness to them. They almost seem to be in pain. Brr, they're giving me the chills. They're giving me the jibblies. The jibblies. Oh, come on, Professor. I know being creeped out by statues seems kind of silly, but you don't have to laugh at me. No, Miss Fay, that was not me. So glad you could finally make it, Professor Herschel Layton. Who said that? Reveal yourself, or reveal a puzzle. As I thought, it was you that led us here. Tell us, what secret lies within these ruins? Or actually, are we done with puzzles? We might not have any more puzzles. Now, I think you're capable of beginning the journeying to the beginning and finding out the truth all on your own. The beginning? Have you ever wondered why the storyteller started writing the story in the first place? More importantly, why does he continue to write it? The answers to those questions are located within these very ruins. It's Bezella. No, we don't think Espella is really Bezella. She was pretending. She memed. She was like, oh, arrest me, I'm actually the Great Witch. But I don't think she is. I think it's Darklaw. Clearly. If that is true, then might I ask why you are sharing this information with us? simple. I want you to get closer to the truth. I'm afraid you'll have to work out the rest for yourselves. But I'm sure that's child's play for a gentleman of your calibri. Of your calibri. What exactly are you plotting? When the light of truth shines upon the hidden darkness of the first story, the legendary figure will rise. The Great Witch Bezella. Huh? But you're Bezella, aren't you? Me? Bezella? I hate to disappoint you, but you've got the wrong person. Yeah, but the Shades were calling you the Great Witch. Ah, yes. They did indeed call me by such a name. However, that was for an entirely different reason. What? I'm afraid she is correct, Miss Fay. This person is not Bezella. Huh? The real Bezella would never expose herself so freely. It would place her in far too much danger. Your face is Bezella. It would be tantamount to turning herself in. Also, there was something very strange about those shades in the forest. Strange? One must wonder why they would consider her the Great Witch when there is no magic present here. Ah, that's true. So much has happened so far, but none of it was related to any magic. When we met in the Old Witch Woods, and even now, you had something you wanted us to find. If you were truly Bezella, there would be no reason for you to lead us along in such a manner. That is correct. I am not Bezella. Rather, I actually wish to meet with Bezella. And that moment will soon come to pass. The truth lies with your cute new friend. Cute? Blush? Until we meet again. Please, wait. We're not finished yet. I can't hear her voice anymore. I think she's gone. It would appear so. That witch wasn't Bezella after all, huh? It would seem our great witch has been demoted to a mere witch. Aw, man. And here I thought we finally managed to catch Bezella. Remember what she said, Miss Fay. When we find the truth, we will find Bezella. Say, Professor, when we do find the real Bezella, do you think this will finally be over? I mean, everything? The witch trials, the fake fire pit, do you think it's all finally come to an end? Yes, I do. Bezella is at the root of all disaster in Labyrinthia. If we catch her, then everything should come to an end. Then we know what we've got to do. Let's go, Professor. Maybe there's a clue or two around these ruins somewhere. Of course. We cannot afford to stop just yet. Let us move on, Miss Fay. Huh? I wonder what that sparkly thing was just now. Oh, something seems to have fallen. It appears to be a key. You think the witch dropped it? Judging by the patterns on this key, it would appear to have some sort of connection to these ruins. Yeah, it definitely does. Remember that huge door back near the entrance? I bet it's related to that door. My spirit medium's instinct is never wrong. Spirit medium's instinct, you say? Well then, let us head back and check. Yeah, but you know, that witch must be pretty absent-minded to just drop her key like that. That's something Nick would do. I'm not sure that's entirely the case. Perhaps she intended to drop it here. Really? But why would she do that? So we can continue to move deeper inside the ruins, naturally. Oh, you mean she's trying to lead us to the beginning? Yes, precisely. This was kind of a dumb conversation. Like, dumb conversation in the first part to have them say, like, well, yeah, we should do it, we should move on, as opposed to just sitting here and starving to death. We'll just sit here and not look for any information. Boy, she really wants us to find this truth, huh? Whatever that may be. We could not have asked for a better clue, even if there is an ulterior motive behind it. If it is the truth she would like us to find, then we must be prepared to face it. All right, hold on to your hat, Professor, because the Order of the English Gentleman and Feisty Spirit Medium is coming through. This was kind of a dumb conversation. I mean, this still isn't on par with, like, 999. A most ambitious title if there ever was one. Let us head to the entrance, Miss Fey. Or Danganronpa. By Danganronpa 3, it was, What? The so-called Great Witch was not, in fact, Bezella. Okay.